Hello, you guys. I'm sure you guys know that I missed blogging last week. Sorry, my life is just really busy right now because of Christmas and I just got shit going on, y'all. I mean, I do live for this blog, but I got a life. Contrary to popular belief, I got some other shit I have to do. So anyway, I did have to miss last week. I'm sorry about that, but if I'm going to do a half-ass blog, I don't want to do one. And last week's would have been a half-ass blog. So let's get right down to business. Well, first of all, I really hate that I didn't blog last week because when I watched it, there were so many things that I caught that I really wanted to comment about. And so I had some good ideas in my head, but to sit down and actually do the blog, I never got that kind of time. Having said that, let's start out this week with my shout-outs that I want to get done. I want to give a shout-out to Bill Holland. He's been faithfully watching me. And I want to give out a shout-out to his son, Asa, who I know does not watch my blog because he's a little boy and there are way too many bad words in my blog for little boys to be watching. But, Bill, you know I'm giving a shout-out to you, little boy, because you care about him a lot, and that's obvious to see. So shout-out to you both. I also want to give a shout out to a childhood friend of mine. I say childhood, actually school age. Donna Grubbs. She watches faithfully and she comments a lot of my stuff. So shout out to you, Donna. I also want to give a shout out to somebody who I will not name, but let's just say there is a mystery hot chick that has put some kind of mojo on me. I can't wash it off with Ajax. That shit ain't coming off, but there is some. I think she done put a voodoo hex on me, y'all. I really do. I think she's got a voodoo doll and somehow or another has gotten a piece of my hair or something because I'm gone fucking nuts, y'all. But anyway, so shout out to you, girl. Anyway, all right. So no blog last week. One of the things that did grab my attention was whenever, of course, Dawn lost the challenge. The duel with Ozzy, and then when she gets ready to throw her buff in the fire, she's all proud and tearful and blah blah blah, and she says, that she's proud and that one of the things she's taken away from this is that she realizes that you can accomplish anything, that she can accomplish anything. Well, no, because if your ass could have accomplished anything, you'd be walking away with $1 million fucking dollars. That's what kills me. No, you didn't. No, the goal when you go to Survivor is to win $1 million. It's not to make it to day 35 or 30, whatever she made it to, or 29 or whatever. Because if you do that, you ain't done nothing but went hungry and you're going home broke. Broke ass. You done missed days out of work and you ain't got shit but some bug bites. Bug bites and some bones sticking out. That's all you got. So, no, you can't accomplish nothing because your ass didn't win. When you win, you've accomplished some shit. Okay, anyway. Alright, don't get me on that. Alright, moving right along. Let's get to this week, y'all. This week, we had the duel between Ozzy and Cochran. Now, I have to tell you guys, I didn't want Cochran to win. No way, no how. But it would have thrilled me to no fucking end if Cochran could have beaten Ozzy in this duel. Y'all, I would have lost sleep over that shit. I would have wanted to blog so quickly. I would have blogged that night right after the show, no doubt in my mind. But and the funny thing was, when Cochran goes to Redemption Island and he and Ozzy are talking, and he says, you think I have a chance to win? And Ozzy goes, well, of course you have a chance to win. Sure you do. And then the next scene, he's like, he ain't got a chance, And really, we all felt like he didn't either, but he damn near beat Ozzy in that challenge. I mean, not from the very beginning because he's got these grappling hooks and he don't even know how to throw a fucking hook, y'all. He's like about to throw himself off the platform. People are trying to tell him how to throw a grappling hook and he can't. He finally figured it out. But then whenever he finally the thing was you had to throw the grappling hook the bag with the ball in and pull that back to you. Well, when he did finally latch onto one of those bags with the ball in it, he's just slowly pulling it toward him. Get some fucking pep in your step, boy. You're talking about $1 million. This is your chance to shine. And you just like you got all the time in the world. No, this is a fucking challenge, Cochran. This is it, buddy. When you out of this, your ass is out, period. There ain't no comebacks from this. You lose at Redemption, you gone. You one of the juries. You clean shaven, looking good, with your cologne on, just standing there watching all the shit go on. Well, of course, that's where you ended up because your ass was slow. Anyway, but like I said, he almost got it. Who knows how, because Ozzy was really concentrating and really moving that thing really slow where the balls could go in that pole. And, Cochran just, and shit, balls going everywhere in the right place, which was bizarre, but I don't know. Anyway, what really, too, cracked me up about Cochran, I've been calling him Woody all along, but people keep referring to him as Cochran, so I'm joining y'all's ass now. But anyway, one of the things that Cochran was complaining about, he said, that he, jumped tribes, he said, and then the tribe just used him and they did nothing to show their gratitude. Seriously, Cochran? I mean, seriously? Did you think they was going to keep your ass in there? I mean, did you think they're going to go against their own damn people just to show you some gratitude? Give me a fucking break. These people kill me, y'all. Anyway, no, Cochran. You've watched enough Survivor, buddy. You ought to know that. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Let me look and see what. One of the things I did like about Cochran, though, when all was said and done, you could tell he was just thrilled, like a little boy. Just was so happy to be a part of this game that he has just loved the whole time it's been on, and that he has supposedly studied. Didn't help his ass none, but anyway. But he said it was the most he got tearful. He said it was the most incredible moment of his life, that he was, one of the guys. Like he said, "Come on in, guys." He was one of the guys, and you could see that, and I did appreciate that about him. Anyway, but that whenever it was really close in that challenge, because it did get really close down the end, Ozzy had to be shitting, because if Cochran had beat him, oh my God, he'd have never lived that day. He couldn't have gone home. He'd have probably committed damn suicide right there on Survivor Island, because you can't go home after you've won all this shit. You can't go home and say, Cochran beat me. I'm Mr. Man, that they keep showing my silhouette, and Woody Allen beat me. So thank God that didn't happen, I guess, because we'd be, having funeral services for Ozzy. But anyway, okay, Ozzy wins. And he gets to pick 3 other tribe members, or peeps, or whatever, to go with their family members to Redemption Island. So he picks Albert and his mom, Coach and his brother, and Brandon and his dad. Now let's just get right to this, y'all. All right, first of all, Brandon and his dad look just alike. And did y'all notice when they hugged, and it was a very heartfelt, true embrace. But me and my evil mind, the first thing I thought of was, they've hugged that way before. They hugged that way, I bet you, when Brandon was going off to prison. Because I know in my mind, they've never said this, but I know in my mind that Brandon has done a prison stint. I would bet my life on it. So anyway, that looked like my son's going off to prison hug. And I think they've probably done that hug before. But anyway, okay, so Brandon is a dumb fucking ass, y'all. Not only is he a loose cannon and he's crazy, and he probably has had experience in burying a body, but he's a dumb ass. He sits there and tells his daddy, he's like, spit on $1 million, spit on being sole survivor. I wanted to set example for Christ. Dude, come on. If you want to set example for Christ, win the $1 million and give it to the fucking church. Come on. I mean, what are you setting an example for? That Christians are crazy? They ain't got no sense? You setting the wrong example, dude. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, of course, Daddy may have a little bit of sense, because he's like, whoa, hold up now, hold up, son. Wait a minute. You need to be feeding your you need to provide for your family and all of that money. That's what God would want you to do. And then the daddy goes to proceed to try to bully Coach a little bit, tries to manipulate him a little bit, saying, I'll tell Brandon to come and consult with you, just take him with you, blah, 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 trying to rough him a little bit, but, it didn't really work, or I'll say it didn't really work. I mean, Brandon's still in it, but I don't think Coach is scared of his daddy, whatever. Why would Coach be scared of his daddy? He's a damn dragon slayer. He ain't scared of nobody, sure. All right, y'all. Let's go on to the immunity challenge. Then we get to the immunity challenge, and you got that puzzle where you got to stand on the puzzle pieces, and you move over, and then you turn flip the puzzle piece over. You can't stand back on that. Anyway, long story short, the last person left on that puzzle, when you get to where you don't have anywhere else to move, you have to leave. And so the last person standing on that puzzle wins immunity. And we all know it ended up being Coach. That was not the big to-do. But the big to-do was Brandon running his fucking mouth, making it so obvious that they were blocking Edna from winning. But then he's got to go over there and sit down and run his mouth and tell Albert exactly what he was doing. Shut the fuck up, Brandon. I mean, he kills me. You know, it is bad enough. I don't think, let me just say, I don't necessarily feel sorry for Edna or any of that shit because this is a game. But, you don't have to kick the poor little Asian girl when she's down. Come on, you ain't got to do that. She's washed your damn clothes and shit for you. Don't kick her ass when she's down. Anyway, so having said all that, remember from the very beginning, Edna knew she was going, and at the very beginning, they were all getting ready to pray. Brandon was like, come on, let's pray. You know how I feel about that, but anyway, come on, let's pray. And Edna excused herself because she says she's not part of the tribe. And she goes on to say when they talk to her, or not when they talk to her, when the cameras are talking to her, she says that, they talk about they're playing with honor and integrity, but she felt like she's been deceived. How have you been deceived? They've made it no secret that you're the next one to go. I mean, only deception going on here is with you. You have deceived yourself into thinking that you have a chance not to be the next one to go. That's the only deception I see. Anyway, she's also said they've made her feel like a second-class citizen. No, Edna, a second-class citizen would be if you were gay and couldn't get married. That is a second-class citizen. Not because you on Survivor Island and they have told you all along that they're going to vote you out and they make preparations to do that. No, that's not a second-class citizen. Get it together, girl. Get it straight. So anyway, there was no blindside going on. They've told her she was going to go, and she's going to go. And as we know at the end, she does. Before that, though, Edna tries to scramble. She pleads her case, and she goes and talks to everybody. And she says that she thinks that Brandon should go because he hasn't played with honor and integrity, and wants Coach to either use or give her the idol, which Coach is not going to do. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll be voted out next time, which he would. Coach is not stupid. Crazy, yes. Coach may be crazy, and we've seen less of that this season, but he's not stupid. Anyway, well, she goes and tells Albert and Sophie that Coach is on board. I mean, she makes it seem like Coach is on board to vote Brandon out. And she says, and this, I did a double take. I had to rewind and make sure that was what she said, but this is what she said. She said that if Coach is, she's like, Coach is on board. And Albert's like, well, I believe it. I hadn't heard him say that. And she says, look, if Coach is not on board, essentially if Coach writes her name down, she said, I will eat a piece of his stool. Okay. Y'all, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff for you guys. But not for no $1 million, not for $2 million. I am not eating a piece of nobody's damn stool. And especially not to just prove a point that they're on board. I ain't eating a piece of nobody's damn stool. Let's just get that right off the bat. I want to throw that out there to you. Alright, so anyway, they go to tribal council. And Edna's still trying to plead her case, but what cracked me up was, I don't know if y'all remember this, but she's sitting there and she says, Brandon is not playing this game with what our mantra is, and our mantra is, and this turn looks Coach goes, what is our mantra, Coach? she can't even fucking remember it. She's looking at Coach, so he kind of chuckles and he says it's honor, loyalty, and integrity. Which you know how I feel about that. Bullshit. But anyway, and then Brandon, to his defense, and it is true, except for the very beginning, except for probably the first week or first few days, whatever it was, he says, look, I have been open about everything. And he has been. She doesn't like it because he's been very honest. Your ass is the next to go. And he said it. He didn't make no bones about it. There's no deception going on, so she did. Edna's out. She goes to Redemption Island, and Coach did write her name down. He did vote her out. So, got a little something for you there, Edna. I don't know if you guys can see this, but Moses got you a little something. Hope you'll enjoy this. Probably get you a little ketchup if you need some dipping sauce. Okay? Anyway, tribe has spoken, y'all. Edna's carrying her ass to Redemption Island. We'll see what happens next week with her and Ozzy. Of course, you know the previews make it look like she's going to win, but you can't trust those. Anyway, Tribe has spoken, Edna, and bon appetit on the shit kebab. See you guys next week.